Greetings, everyone. So what you're about to watch is it's about a 15-minute video. It's a final clip of my interview with Amaya Kumara of the Divine University. She's a facilitator and teacher. She's one of my teachers and has been one of my teachers for a long time. And we work together now within the Divine University as mentors. And her journey, when she was about 30 years old, she had a disease of the brain, and she suffered very deeply from this disease, and she felt as though she were being energetically attacked when the disease symptoms came on. And this is her process of surrendering into love to alleviate the symptoms, and then also using that vibration of love to address all of the consciousness within her being that was creating and or manifesting this disease for herself. And so we wanted to share this with you to sort of offer you a new perspective on disease and a new path or avenue to explore in your healing process, and also to support you with some hope, with some faith, in knowing that other people have moved through this very difficult process of healing, and you can as well. So we're going to leave her website in the description if you yourself would like to work with her personally, or if you know others that might like to work with her personally. She does work with bringing love to the aspects of your soul, your spirit that may be holding on to fear, anger, rage, and the aspects of the self in the unconsciousness of our being that may be creating or manifesting the disease in the physical body or the mental body or the emotional body. So have a listen, and we hope that this recording serves you in the highest way. Blessings. So I have a question for you, Amaya. And this is a little selfish, but it's for someone that I know, and I think that it would be helpful for everyone listening. So we are talking about shifting into love and surrender and divine assistance, but we're talking about it from this place of like knowing what it is and having had that experience. And because we've had that experience, it's easier for us to sort of attune ourselves back into that experience. But what about like, how could you share with us how a person might get to that place of love and light when they may be experiencing a lot of pain in their body, or a lot of pain in their mind, with a lot of confusion or conflict in the mind, when they've never done it before, or if they've tried it and it doesn't seem like anything's happening, or if they've tried it and it seems like something's blocking them from getting there? How could you share how someone very initially starting out might move away from that confusion and that conflict in the mind or the pain in the body, and feel the love, actually have the experience of it, so that they can build on it?
Yeah. So I'm going to answer that question firstly from a place of my own experience. When I manifested this disease, I eventually lost my job, my home, my partner, everything shifted. And it was a time of incredible loss. And I went to study natural medicine. That was the only thing I knew. Well, I thought, Western medicine can't help me. I need to seek further, deeper. So I went and studied acupuncture. I studied aromatherapy, whatever I thought might help me that could release me from this physical and mental, emotional depth of experience. And while I was studying at this this College of Natural Medicine, there was a little poster on the wall, and it said, that this spiritual teacher was coming from Malaysia and he was going to teach something. I thought, okay, let's go and see. And I went to this event and he started talking to us about surrender. I mean, I had never even, I was just a normal, straight person, you know. And I thought, okay, so with this disease, I used to have attacks. And in that attack, within 30 seconds, I'd be vomiting, I'd be diarrhea, I'd lose control of my body fully. I wouldn't be able to open my eyes. Anyway, I won't go into that detail, but I thought, so he gave us this talk about surrender, and he talked about the force, the field, and how you can surrender. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go home, and next time this attack starts happening, I'm not going to run to the bathroom. I'm actually going to lie down. I was sleeping on a futon on the floor at that time because I couldn't sleep in a bed. It was so intense. And I lay down on my futon on the floor, and I didn't even know how to surrender, but I just tried. I thought, I'm going to surrender. I'm going to let go. Instead of entering fear and running to the toilet and expecting all that to happen, I'm going to do the opposite. And I lay on this futon, and as I lay there, and I breathed and I sunk into the futon. It's like I sunk I let go. I kind of like instead of contracting every muscle, I forced every muscle to be relaxed. I did the opposite of everything I'd done before, relaxing the body, going into relaxation rather than fear. Oh no, here's another attack and I'll have to go to hospital. And I lay there and I lay there, and eventually so this disease creates the head to spin. Everything spins. So there's an incredible vortex of spinning energy through the head region. And it started to slow down. And I thought, oh my God, this is working. This field is doing something. I'm surrendering. So then I did it even more. I thought, oh, I'm going to relax even more. And that's one key, relaxation. Because often as light workers, we think we have to do it all. And actually, one day I realized I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get to the light. I'm trying to get into my heart. I'm trying. And when I realized that my trying was getting in the way, and that I needed to actually completely let go and let this 96% help me, then that's when the miracle happened. And from that day forth, even though the attacks came, I had a method. I had a method. I surrendered, and I could make it go away. And it happened for many years later. These attacks kept happening because I had to work with the consciousness that created this dis-ease that anchored into my body. And I had to work with all that consciousness with love and surrender and keep surrendering so that was my initial experience, from not believing to believing in this 96% that's invisible helping me, and that it is present there, and that something can happen when I give myself to it, when I let it take me, when I let it into me, when I let it come and be part of me and not separate from me. And that's what surrender is, to give yourself to that.
When you say to let it into you, what are you speaking about exactly? But particularly when you're saying attack, right? So there's an attack coming on, and when you let it into you, you're talking about what?
The attack happened when, I could feel it. I could sense something is happening in my energy field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all of a sudden I would get very dizzy and I'd start vomiting, and all of the symptoms, the physical symptoms would manifest. That's the attack. Yeah. And with that, when you're losing control of your own body, there's fear, of course, there's terror. oh, I'm losing control. I can't do anything. The only thing, I can't open my eyes because it's blinding light. I can't open them. And, so that's the attack. That's the attack of the disease in my brain, creating those symptoms. And so, what I need to do in that moment is to say, I'm not this disease. That's not who I am. I am light, I am love. And I go to that, and I go to the field of love and light. So I have that support. So because I myself may not have access to enough myself yet to be the master of my own light. So I rely on the light, on the greater light, and the beings in that light to assist me to come to a certain point where I can then master to a new level this journey of returning myself to the love and light that is going to heal the disease. Yeah. And yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful. I
Yeah.
think that's so helpful. That's so
Yeah.
helpful for the person that I'm thinking of. And I think it's so
Yeah.
helpful for all those that have that question.
Yeah,
Um,
because every disease is created from consciousness, unresolved. So, what we need to do is we need to become aware of what the chatter is in the back of our minds when certain experiences happen. How do I operate that doesn't serve me? And when you begin to change that, the disease will naturally dissipate. It will dissipate, it will dissolve, it will melt away. That energy that is a hard rock of consciousness that created the disease will begin to soften and melt and just dissipate and become the light that it truly is. Yeah.
and I just want to expand on the word disease. It doesn't have to be a physical disease. It could be named, it could have a diagnosis, but it could just be dis-ease. So if
Yes,
there's
exactly.
dis-ease in the body or dis-ease in the mind or
Yes.
dis-ease in the heart,
Mm.
any of those things we're
Mm.
speaking about, it doesn't have to have a diagnosis. Whatever it is, what Amaya is sharing is about surrendering into the heart and accepting what is happening with love, right? And meeting
Mm.
the consciousness that's not of love within yourself.
Yeah, that has frozen the love. The love is still there because within fear is the love that fear seeks to be. Love is everywhere, but it's just lower. It's all about frequency. It's all about the reverberation. How do you reverberate within the world? What is your reverberation? And that is affected by your thoughts, your emotions. Yeah. What you think, what you believe. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Amaya. We have been chatting for about an hour. It's been wonderful and a pleasure and an honor as always.
Mm.
But I think we'll wrap it up now, and we would love to do this again with you sometime and go deeper into some other topics, maybe. Um, So if anyone is interested in working with Amaya personally, you can find her email, not her, you can find her website, I believe, in the comments of the descriptions of this video, as well as my own. And the WESAC event, the Angelic Wave event, the Bridge of Light event that we were sharing about, you can find that at thedivineuniversity.com. It's upcoming. It's going to be starting in a couple days, actually. Today's the 22nd. I believe it's starting on the
Hey,
24th. Oh, it's
the
the 28th.
yeah,
So you have
Friday.
a little bit of time, which is great. So the 28th it starts. And yeah, we would love to share all of that with you then. And if you end up going to the WESAC events or the Wave of Life Light events, which we really hope that you do, drop us a comment back on our YouTube channel for these videos and let us know that you went. Let us know how it was for you. Let us know, how what your experience of it was, because we love that. We love to hear about your stories and your transformations and your experience. So
Yeah.
we invite you to do that. So find us again and let us know how it all went. We love you. We send you all our love. Mm. Mwah. And,
Thank you, everybody. Receiving is an act of love for yourself.